just what I like. She gives me a little whiskey when I come home at night. My baby, she's a good one. She'd do anything for me. You know she treats me the way I like to be. My baby, she knows, and knows just what I like. I like a little loving on a Friday night. My baby is sweeter, sweeter than sticky wine. The way she loves make me feel alright. My baby, you better believe, bakes the finest bread in town. The way it's rising ain't never going down. Thought I heard Robert Johnson say, "Who's that playing my blues today?" He said, "Keep in the groove, but not too tight. Change the words, but sing them right. You can't just read this stuff. You gotta have both smooth and rough if you wanna play the blues. You're gonna have to pay your dues." If Big Bill was here today, I wonder what he'd say. "You're not still playing that old song? Not like that, you're getting it wrong. Can't just read this stuff. Gotta have both smooth and rough if you wanna play the blues. You're gonna have to pay your dues." A world without tears and pain might be heaven, but not the same. You got to have both rain and sun, ups and downs to have some fun. You can't just read this stuff. You gotta have both smooth and rough if you wanna play the blues.
Second part of the whole now.
Pay your dues. Hard times and money short. Paid the fine when I got caught. Hurt a woman and made her cry. Got hurt back in the wink of an eye. You can't just read this stuff. You gotta have both smooth and rough if you wanna play the blues. You're gonna have to pay your dues. Thought I heard Robert Johnson say, "Who's that playing my blues today?" He said, "Keep in the groove, but not too tight. Change the words, but sing them right. You can't just read this stuff. You gotta have both smooth and rough if you wanna play the blues. You're gonna have to pay your dues." Said if you wanna play the blues, you're gonna have to pay your dues. From Hispaniola and the Caribbean came a storm that none had seen. The wind grew big as it blew, pulled the sea up with it too. Dirty water running down the street, knocking all the people right off their feet. The levees broke, the waters came, all 'cause of that old hurricane. Arcadia was built on higher ground. They drained the swamps that flowed around. They built the levees of earth and clay to keep that sippy water at bay. Dirty water running down the street, knocking all the people right off their feet. The levees broke and the waters came, all 'cause of that old hurricane.
Okay, this is Greg Bellow's 1929 Ford Model A Roadster. The car's built traditional, as if a soldier just got home from the war and dragged an old roadster body out of the shed. He then went and found a 1936 Ford sedan as a donor car and used all the drivetrain in that car to produce the hot rod. So that's the theme. 30s gearbox, old rear end. It's got early Ford wheels that show the mechanicals of the brakes. So in here you can still see all the brakes, brake pads, mechanicals, and brake shoes and mechanicals and things showing through the wheels. Greg made the windscreen, the screen himself, totally from scratch, using just pieces of strap steel, hand formed it, welded it, filed it all. And this incredible looking tea bucket belongs to Bruce and Sheila. Bit of I guess a sad story to this car. Their son Ryan suffered from depression, and the family bought him the tea bucket to be a father and son project so they could build it together and hopefully give him something to focus on and help him with his depression. So they bought the car as a project, started working on it. They got the car running. Ryan drove it. Was absolutely blown away by the experience of actually using the car, but sadly he did take his life not long after. So the family finished the car as a tribute to Ryan. The incredible airbrushed tie-dyed theme you see here, that was done by airbrush artist who's involved with Airbrush Venturi. That's Steve. This is Neil and Pam Baker's Buick. It's a 1957 Buick Super Riviera Sports Coupe, and one of the country's top street machines. Multiple award-winning car, fully airbagged. It's got custom fabricated suspension. It's not just an off-the-shelf bolted-in type deal. This thing is fabricated by Terry's Chassis Shop in Auckland. Painted by Cascade Auto Finish, incredible paint job, and this car's been on the road for, I'm not exactly sure, I think it's probably... This Ford Tudor belongs to Craig and Rhonda Houston. They belong to Oceanside Street Rods. This car again looks like it's fresh out of the custom shop or the hot rod shop and put on display here, but actually nothing could be further from the truth. It's totally owner built, and the incredible thing is I think it's 38 or 39 years this car's been finished and on the road. This Studebaker's been into the show in the custom class, and justifiably so, just got extensive body modifications. The cool thing about this wee delivery is that Trevor Holstead totally built it himself in his garage at home. Wouldn't even be probably any bigger than a double car garage, and he just did the whole thing from start to scratch. Looks like a pro-built car, and yeah, it's totally owner-made. It actually started life as a 49 sedan. It's got a 50 front clip on it, and basically when he started the build, pulled it a bit, essentially just had a chassis, a couple of doors, and a few panels lying around, and the end result is chopped, smooth, Frenched. Looks like it's channeled over the frame slightly. The front and the guards are 52s and they've been modified to fit. The front fenders have been lengthened 2 inches from the door pillar. Custom built firewall. And, this is Kevin and Gail Salter. Kevin and Gail Salter own this 1930 Ford Coupe, which they built, what, 30?
Well, we brought it 35 years ago as a running vintage car, and we drove for 3 years as a vintage car every day to work, day to Hunga. And finally always had my dream to modify it up, so we took it home and lifted the body off and sold all the running gear as a complete unit, and here she is now. We've brought the late model motor and